This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. This next one is about a project that I've basically kept away from. It's a project that I've known about since last year, something that I try to communicate, especially since I live here in Pinebrook, but have kept my distance because I'm a little annoyed with the association. But basically what happened is they had a meeting with Dan Lobeck, who's with Control Growth Now, Sarasota, and he's an attorney that fights the aggressive growth. And then on the other side, you have Jeff Boone, who fights to have aggressive growth. And this is on a new apartment complex that nobody listened to me about last year until they found out, wow, it's really happening. Now they're up in arms. It's funny because I had a conversation today when I was out at that Celery Fields protest, and I was talking to a guy, Eric, that's going to run for Congress against Vern Buchanan. And I think it was him, or maybe it was actually, I think it was for the Stand Up and Fight SRQ guy. What's his name? Tommy or something like that. Basically, we were saying, it's amazing that we'll go out and we'll fight these issues. None of these issues have impacted me around here. Really, none of them. Even this Pinebrook part, it's not really going to impact me. I'm not an affected party. But I go out there and I'm actively fighting against the growth because I believe it's out of control. Nobody really does that until it's in their backyard. If you look at the new hotel, the 4-story one that they want to put up next to Choices, those people were basically asleep. And now it's there and they're like, whoa, up in arms. And the same with this Pinebrook Association. These idiots wouldn't even let me go in there to speak with them. And they would have learned all this stuff long ago because I planned on talking about it. And basically, it's an apartment complex they want to put next to the church diocese there on Pinebrook. And it's going to be 43 units. The guy says, look, we can put it there, and I think it fits in good because it's a residential complex, and Pinebrook is basically residential. Boone is pushing that thing that he's been pushing because he knows it's a hot button. He's saying it's affordable housing. He can't guarantee it. It's not subsidized, and there's no way it's affordable. It's affordable if you go by the city and county standard of, I think it's around 70,000 household income, which I would not put in the affordable range, and most of us would not. The owners plan on developing it himself because he cannot sell it. So the other option is to try and develop it and make some money that way. Basically, he's saying there's a huge need for apartments. I don't know if that's accurate. I think there's a huge need, kind of like out at Knight's Trail, for a person making $11 to $17 an hour, and they can afford $700 to $1,000 in rent. I don't know if there's a huge need for $1,700, $1,900, $2,000 a month in rent. But that's what they're pushing, and that's what Boone has been pushing. And Boone, for a guy that's been here, he went to high school and everything here. The guy's a real snake. Amazing. I always laugh when I see him in the gym because he's a little bit older than me. I'm 50, and he dresses like a waiter all the time, which cracks me up. So they got to do traffic studies, and if you've been on Pinebrook lately, Pinebrook is pure hell lately, trying to cross either way, and something's got to be done there. And I know because I use that all the time. I go Lukai to Pinebrook when I go to Publix, Angelo's, wherever I go, and it's very difficult there. And there's also the well field, and people try to cross the streets, and you always see accidents there. So it's going to definitely going to increase traffic, and that's going to be a concern. But somehow this owner is saying that it's going to generate less traffic. I don't know how adding a 43 room apartment complex is going to develop less traffic, especially right there when you're talking about between that elderly care place and the diocese. That's basically it. There was about 100 members that showed up at that thing. They're encouraging everybody to follow up with the city, which they've been pretty aggressive. I see the city emails, and they're always in there writing. The problem is that a lot of times it's the same coined email, it looks like, and they pay more attention, I think, when you personalize the email that you're sending over. They got a huge uphill battle. They're going to be going against an attorney that loves to threaten a lawsuit with the city, and as soon as people like Hollick hear that, they crap their pants and they say, give them the zoning. So they got a huge battle. They got a good guy fighting it, Dan Lobeck. He's out there fighting a lot of these battles, and he's he's got a hard fight in most of them. So, best of luck. And this has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.